Hey everybody. Alright, this is another Chinese layoff story. This one, unfortunately, it says larger numbers than predicted before. The 1.8 million was for the coal and steel industry. It's also being said that as high as 6 or even 8 million, I'm hearing 8 million, Chinese will be laid off in the next 2 to 3 years. According to this, I'm getting this from Zero Hedge and Reuters page that for some reason is just continuing to load and doesn't show anything. But basically, China's having a massive layoff wave. Official reports out of China aim to lay off 5 to 6 million state workers over the next 2 to 3 years as part of effort to curb industrial overcapacity and pollution. This admission, the first of many, will cost China 150 billion won, which is 23 billion United States dollars, to cover layoffs in just coal and steel sectors in the next 2 to 3 years. There is an actual, let's see how this page works. There's something here that's saying this could cost the Canadian won as much as $11 trillion with the additional layoffs to come. The overall figure is likely to rise as closures spread to other industries, and that is what I was referring to when I said I expect it to be higher. It will basically spread to other industries which are affected. Let's say they actually were to confiscate all firearms inside the United States. Okay, firearm manufacturing is a super industry. Not only the wood, but metal and everything else. So I talked about the layoffs hitting other industries, and I was right. That's what they're saying here. It could cost nearly 11 trillion in overall cost. And basically, as closures spread to other industries, even more funding will be required to handle the debt left behind by what are becoming zombie state firms. In other words, firms or companies by the government of China run by various other organizations thereof by contract or other, will basically be at a standstill to not be able to do anything. They give an official term here to zombie state firms. I'm certain we will hear more of these, so this is what it means, at least given definition here. The term refers to companies that have shut down some of their operations but keep staff on their roll since local governments are worried about social and economic impact of bankruptcies and unemployment. Shutting down quote-unquote zombie firms have been identified as one of the government's priorities this year, with China's Premier Lang Qing promising in December that they would soon go under the knife. And according to this, the government plans to lay off 5 million workers in industries suffering from a supply glut. So the supply situation, ladies and gentlemen, is very big. Ooh. So this is already happening, folks. The need for supply in China is getting so bad they're now laying off. They said 5 to 6, and now this is projected at another 5 million people. That means as high as 10 million or 11 million people in China is going to be affected. These numbers in context, usually in a state sector employed around 37 million people in 2013 and accounts for 40% of the country's industrial output and nearly half its bank lending. 37 million, folks. I imagine the number they're going to. So this is outrageous, folks. I mean, can you imagine what it's like in China to have 11 million layoffs, to have 12 million layoffs, to have even the 6 million they're currently projecting? I mean, that's insane, folks. The 1.8 is now 6. Sorry about that, folks. Somebody wanted my attention. I've almost never had to do that during these presentations. So, anyways, folks, so it was predicted at 1.8 million. Today it's 6 million. They're as high as 37 million in that sector. I could easily see this going to, I say 15 million, but I would say as high as 20 million people. I mean, if you think about the way government works, it wants the highest efficiency out of the lowest number of people and the lowest number of problems. It would easily be able to work with a 40% payload, which means it could easily work with 15 to 20 million people, which means 20 some might get cut up to. I see it high tens, late teens as the jumping off point. But today, ladies and gentlemen, the number officially is at 6. Thank you. This will hit home soon enough, I guarantee it.